and welcome back to another video on my channel PokePidge. Today I'm going to be telling you my top 5 Pokemon from the Hoenn region. This follows on from my series talking about my 5 favourite Pokemon from every region, and this is effectively part 3. Hoenn is a fantastic region, home to the Ruby, Sapphire and Emerald games. These were the first games on the Game Boy Advance, and they were games I remember from my sort of early teen years, 12, 13, somewhere around there. I have a lot of nostalgic connections with some of these Pokemon, and that is what's going to be featured prominently in the list you're about to see. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Number 5. Tropius. I really like the design of Tropius. For a start, I love that it's a flying type and not a bird. Its leaves are so broad that it can fly with them and produce sugar from them, hence why it's got the sort of banana growth from its beard, if you want to call it that. It can grow that twice a year, and that's a pretty cool thing to have for a Pokemon. The look of it sort of reminds me of a Brachiosaurus, especially that scene in Jurassic Park where it wakes them up in the morning. It's pretty cool. Its base stats are pretty good, they're pretty competent, all except speed. However, it does have the ability Chlorophyll, which boosts speed and Sunshine. I know that means you're going to have to use a move to increase your speed. However, it doesn't matter. The rest of its stats are pretty good and they make up for it. On top of all that, I do love its cry. Just have a listen. Pretty cool. Number 4. Ludicolo. I love that Ludicolo's design is a sort of pineapple dancing duck hybrid thing. Its idle sprite animation is pretty entertaining, you know, it's just literally dancing there, waiting to attack in battle. It's pretty cool. I hope this tallies up. I hope I'm dancing in time. Probably not. Who cares? Its typing of Grass Water is a unique typing for this evolutionary line. On top of that, you can get Lotad quite early in Sapphire, I believe. But you can get it very early at level 3, 4 or 5 or something, and it's exceptionally good to use in a game. Its hat looks like a sombrero, it links it very much to Lombre, its pre-evolution. Lombre sounding like hombre, you know, there's a very good Mexican connection here, and I think that's pretty cool as well. It's generally a playful Pokemon, and a little bit sort of insane, as you can tell here from its Detective Pikachu appearance. Ludicolo! 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 Number 3. Angra. Now, whenever playing through a Generation 3 game, I always caught myself an Aron. It took a while to evolve into a Lairon at level 32, and then even further to evolve into an Agron at, I believe, level 42? But either way, it was worth the wait. Agron does have 2 4-times type weaknesses with fighting and ground. However, it can learn Magnet Rise to completely negate that ground type weakness. Now, I don't often use Pokemon with 4-times type weaknesses, however, even though Agron's got 2 4-times type weaknesses, I still used it almost every single time, and that is a testament to how much I like it. Its Mega Evolution gets rid of the rock typing anyway, so it's not rock steel, it's just steel, and that is pretty good, because then it also gets rid of the 2 4-times type weaknesses. So if I were to play through Alpha Sapphire or Omega Ruby, I wouldn't have that problem eventually. Its defense before Mega Evolution is 180, but when it Mega Evolves it goes up to 230, and that is the joint highest defense. Not only this, it can learn Iron Defense, which raises defense by 2 stages. How much of a tank do you want this Pokemon to be? And also, its Mega Evolution weighs 870.8 pounds and can learn Heavy Slam. Heavy Slam is a steel type move that is more powerful the more you outweigh the opponent. So, if you're 870.8 pounds, you're pretty much going to outweigh the opponent. Plus, it's a steel type move, Heavy Slam, so you're going to get the stab value. Awesome. Number 2. Kyogre. Now, I had Sapphire as a kid, so naturally my legendary was Kyogre. It was difficult to catch, so when you finally did catch it, it was absolutely magnificent. It was a joy. Unlike legendaries nowadays, which is just like, throw a quick ball, oh, I've actually caught it, oh, that's good, there you go, that's that done. No. Kyogre was difficult to catch, so when you did, it was rewarding. I remember completely obliterating everyone's team with Kyogre, the moveset of Ice Beam, Body Slam, Thunderbolt and Waterfall. My early teen self didn't realise that its Drizzle ability meant that it made it rain, and that Thunder didn't actually miss in a rain, so I could have had Thunder instead of Thunderbolt, but either way, it didn't matter, I was still powerful with Thunderbolt. I mean, it's based off of an Orca, and this is what an Orca Pokemon definitely should look like, especially in its primal form. Just look at how badass this thing looks. The whole story it has with Groudon, I mean, you know, Groudon being basically the ruler of the land and Kyogre is the ruler of the sea, and they have to be stopped by Rayquaza that comes down from the sky. It's an absolutely fantastic story. I mean, to me, it's the best legendary story we have had so far, and that helps me enjoy Kyogre a hell of a lot more. Number 1, Sceptile. Sceptile is one of my favourite Pokemon of all time, probably top 5, and I have a lot of nostalgic connection with it. There's not one Generation 3 starter that I dislike, so I kind of used them evenly when I was growing up. However, green geckos are my favourite animal, so having a green gecko sort of grass-type Pokemon was exceptionally appealing to me. This is the same nowadays with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I definitely use Trico a hell of a lot more, just because Sceptile is so cool. I love it so much, especially its Mega Evolution. It adds a dragon typing to it, and it battles backwards. It makes up for the Meganium line previously because they're not very popular. I mean, the grass type in Generation 2 and the Johto region wasn't that strong. So having a grass type that is actually quite strong in a region is pretty damn good. Not only that, Grovyle learns Leaf Blade at level 23 in Generation 6. I mean, that is unreal. That is almost one of the most powerful physical grass type moves you can get, and you're getting it at level 23. That is probably shortly after your second gym badge, and you already got a powerful move. Finally, Sawyer versus Ash in the Kalos League. Mega Sceptile versus Ash Greninja. Oh my god, what a battle this was! This is one of the best battles in the anime, and I'm glad that it features one of my favourite Pokemon. But that's it from me, everyone. They are my top 5 Hoenn Pokémon. I'm sorry this is a little bit sort of far away from the last episode of my top 5 Johto Pokemon, but hopefully I'll get on top of these now. Next up, obviously, we've got the top 5 Sinnoh Pokemon from Generation 4, so I'm going to go and plan that now, actually, try and think up 5 Pokemon, and hopefully go from there. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I shall see you again soon. Goodbye.
Thank you.